We're currently in the process of wrapping up our second reset of the year. We spent 4 days in silence and created a space to step out of the noise and actually take a real look at how we're operating. And one of the themes that comes up every single time we do this work is something that I've been seeing everywhere lately. You're not broken. And I agree with that statement completely. But then the sentence usually continues. You just need to go back into your past and figure out what happened to you. And this is where I take a very different approach. Because for me, there's a period at the end of that sentence. You're not broken, period. Most people are living with some version of this quiet assumption that something is wrong with me. It sounds like I'm broken because my relationship isn't working. I'm broken because I feel anxious all the time. I'm broken because I can't get myself to do what I know I should do. And then what happens? We go looking for proof. We go into the past. We look for the moment. We try to find the thing that caused it. But here's the problem with that approach. When you go looking for what's wrong, you're going to find it. And in doing that, you actually reinforce the very pattern that's creating the experience. The more you assume something is wrong, the more you organize your thinking around that idea, and the more real it's going to become. And so here's what's important to understand. There is nothing inherently wrong with you. There's nothing fundamentally broken about you. What's actually happening most of the time is much simpler. It's a lack of core competency. It's a lack of skill. If you feel anxious, overwhelmed, stuck, sad, or frustrated, that's not a diagnosis of brokenness. That's part of being human. What most people were never taught is this: how to identify what they're feeling, how to regulate their nervous system, and how to move out of fear-based states, how to train their mind so it doesn't amplify the anxiety. How to live in a way that's aligned with how the body actually works. So instead, we label it, we diagnose it, we medicate it, and we call it a flaw. When really, it's just something you were never taught how to do. And so instead of asking what's wrong with me or what happened in my past that caused this, we ask a very different question. What am I currently doing that's producing this result right now? And here's what makes that question actually useful. You need a clear vision of what you want to create, because then vision will become the context for how you're living your life and for where you are. It's what allows you to look at a pattern and ask objectively, will this produce the result that I say I want? And if the answer is no, then it's not about fixing something broken. It's about identifying patterns. Some patterns support the result you want, and some patterns do not. And if a pattern isn't supporting the outcome that you want, you don't need to analyze it endlessly. You need to change it. Disengage the pattern that doesn't work, engage the pattern that does. That's where change actually happens. There's another piece of this that creates a lot of unnecessary suffering. We've created this idea that we're supposed to be shiny and feel good all of the time. Calm, happy, confident, grounded, and never anywhere else. And that's just not real. You're going to feel fear sometimes. You're going to feel sadness. You're going to feel frustrated and disappointed and doubt. That's part of being human. That's part of the journey. It doesn't mean that something is wrong. It doesn't mean you're broken. It means that you're having an experience. Now, if these emotions become the constant experience, that's not something to ignore. But even then, it's not a flaw. It's simply an indicator. There's a skill that needs to be developed. A big part of why people feel broken in the first place is comparison. You look around and it seems like everyone else has it figured out. Everyone else is happy. Everyone else is thriving. But most of what you're seeing isn't real. It's curated. It's filtered. It's the highlight reel. You're not seeing what happens behind closed doors. You're not seeing the full picture. And when you compare your internal experience to someone else's external presentation, you will always feel like something is wrong with you. This is one of the reasons that reset is so powerful, because it gives you the space to actually look at, what is my nervous system doing right now? What emotions are present? Where is my attention going? And more importantly, How is that creating the results that I'm currently experiencing? Not from a place of judgment, but from a place of clarity. And then we can reframe it. Instead of something is wrong with me, we can move to, here's the life that I want to create. And from that place, where I am is okay. I can accept it. And I am fully capable of developing the skills to change it. That shift from broken to capable changes everything. Because now a challenge becomes an opportunity to grow, not proof that something is wrong. At the end of the day, this comes down to the frame you operate from. If your frame is, I'm broken and I need to figure out why, you will spend your life looking backward, trying to fix something that isn't actually the problem. But if your frame becomes, I am capable of creating what I want, then the question shifts to, what do I need to learn? What do I need to change? What do I need to practice? And now you're focusing forward. You're moving forward. If you want to engage with this work in different formats, you can also find the Connection Fix on the blog or on the podcast. Some people like to sit with it. Others like to take it on a walk. However you train best, please use that. So before we wrap, just take a moment and notice this. Where in your life have you been assuming that something is wrong with you? And if you removed that assumption entirely, what would you focus on instead? What skill would you develop? What pattern would you change? What outcome would you move toward? If you're willing, drop it in the comments or send me an email. I love to hear from you. I read all of the emails. That shift from broken to capable might be the most important one that you make. More soon, and have a great rest of your day.